business leaders through a perfect blend of imparting intellectual growth and comprehensive development of every student's personality. This ensures that every year the society at large is benefited with well equipped professionals who can significantly contribute to the value creation process.
To begin the auspicious occasion, let us start with the Tamil Thai Valtu by our MBA mates. May I invite Ms. Sai Bhargavi and Ms. Vidya. Ladies and gentlemen, I request all to stand for the invocation.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடைந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரட கந்தமிழில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த தாவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுரலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you, Ms. Sai Bhargavi and Ms. Vidya. The light of lamp is a symbol of hope, peace, and prosperity. It's the light that brings life to everything around us, from the smallest blade of grass to the tallest trees, from one person to another person, from one place to another place. Let's start the extraordinary day with lighting the lamp. I now request honorable dignitaries to light the lamp as an honor to our tradition.
நான் இப்ப பேர் வந்துடுறேன். காப்பி பண்ண முடியுமா? லோகோ அந்த தான் இருக்கும். அந்த லோகோ அதான் இது மட்டும்
Sean once said, dance is the oldest, noblest, and most virgin of arts. Dance is the most perfect symbol of activity of God and His angels. It has the power to heal mentally and physically,
And the true education in the art of dance is the education of the whole man. May I now call upon Miss Pooja and Miss Akshashri from MBA to welcome the gathering with a classical note which create a communication between body and soul.
அந்த ஆளுக்கு பக்கத்துல வேலை செய்யலாம் என்னன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க என்ன கேட்கறேன்னா எல்லாரும் எம்டியா இருக்கு பவர் முதல்ல எல்லாமே லேட்டா பண்றாங்க நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும் சார் எதுக்கு சார் இது आज तुझाया कहाँ चला मैं तेरे बिना चला मैं लगा मेरा
Thank you, Miss Pooja and Miss Akshara, for your beautiful performance. This is the times we have been waiting for. The pride of College of Management, SRM Ramapuram campus, the logo launch. Logo is the symbol that makes a difference, a symbol that connects, creates an identity, memories that last, and a value to endure. I now request the chief guest, Ms. Radhika Ravi, to launch the logo of College of Management. Please, ma'am. Now, Ms. Benita Sharon from First MBA will give a brief note on the logo.
The strongest logo tells the history of an institution. VDSRM Brahmapuram College of Management has its own success history among the top schools. Yellow color denotes the sun, which indicates positive vibes such as happiness, light, and energy. Blue is the color of loyalty, wisdom, confidence, intelligence, faith, and truth. White is fundamentally a positive color with purity, innocence, goodness, safety, brilliance, softness, and perfection. Light icon represents lighting a fire, imparting knowledge or skills, innovation, and creativity. Target icon signifies ambition, purpose, intention, and destination. Growth icon implies advancement, success, gain, prosperity, and heightening in life. The College of Management provides all the above key potential skills, knowledge, guidance, love, and care to all our beloved students and make them business leaders, HR executives, managers, and entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Benita. On behalf of management, let me extend my deepest sense of appreciation to the logo creation team. Let us give a round of applause to the logo creation team. Hats off to you guys.
College of Management Ramapuram campus is having a milestone on Young Startupreneur on March 20, 2022. Let's have a AV. AV, please. Sorry, that's a technical issue.
May I request all the dignitaries to take a seat on the dais?
The leader is the one who translates vision into reality. I now invite one such personality, Dr. R. Arulmuri, head of the Department, College of Management, MBA, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of College of Management, Ramapuram campus, I welcome today's chief guest for the Management May 23, Ms. Radhika Ravi, India Head Campus Hiring, Wipro Limited, an enduring personality who always works with young minds, a thorough professional, having rich experience in talent management, change management, and resource management. Thank you, madam, for accepting our invitation and to be part of this management event today. I'm happy to share the stage with our beloved alumnus, a hard worker who in a short span of time reached greater heights. Welcome, Mr. Narendran. I'm extremely delighted to welcome our Dean Management, Dr. C. Sundar, a towering personality who always been a pillar of strength and support to all our activities for students as well as staffs. Welcome, sir. It gives me an immense pleasure in welcoming our Dean Placement, Mr. Dr. Jyoti Basu. Welcome, sir. I also welcome our team as well as the colleagues who are instrumental in smooth conducting of our department. Credits are due to the management meet convener, Dr. Ramanathan, for his untiring efforts of 2 months in organizing the event. Welcome, Dr. Ramanathan. I take this opportunity to welcome the Campus Life Coordinator and Event President, Ms. Priyanka, and office bearers, my students of MBA. Warm welcome to you all. Last but not the least, participants from various colleges. I'm pleased to welcome you all on behalf of College of Management. So today's events and programs will be a novice as well as it will be an interesting one for all the event participants. So enjoy the events and be sharing with the events participants as well. Once again, I welcome everyone to the Management Meet Quest 23. Happy day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome and setting the floor. The great teacher is not the one who supplies the facts, but the one in whose presence we become the different people. It is my privilege to invite Dr. S. Ramanathan, Faculty Coordinator, to speak about the auspicious event Quest 23.
Life is beautiful, not because of things we see or do. Life is beautiful because of the people we meet. We, SRM IST, College of Management, Ramapuram, warmly welcome you all for the National Level Management Meet Quest 2023. Quest is a flagship event of SRM IST, College of Management, Ramapuram, and this event is a prominent. The event was started in the year 2009 and it has been a great success year on year. The word Quest means searching, and this event helps the B school students to showcase and exhibit their talent. Quest 23 has 6 events, namely Best Manager. This event intends to test the managerial skills of the individual by putting them under controlled, stressful circumstance, and the event tries to bring out the problem solving and stress management ability. Corporate work. Body language is an important tool. It speaks the unspoken thought. This event tries to mold individual toward exhibiting a professional outlook. Business quiz. At the end of this event, the individual can walk out with immense knowledge toward brand, logo, and all things corporate and management. Shark Tank. This event provides the participant with an opportunity to present their business ideas and allow them to attract the potential investors. IPL auction. This is a tricky and entertaining event at the end of which participants gain insight toward money management by actioning cricket players. Creators, it's not what you sell that matters as much how you sell it. This event tests the marketing ability of the individual. Believe in yourself and anything is possible. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for the holistic idea and the Quest 23. It is now time to honor the guest of the day. I now request Dr. C. Sundar, College of Management, to honor the chief guest, Ms. Radhika Ravi, National Head of Work Integrated Learning Program, Wipro. I request our Dean to honor the alumni, Mr. Naren Ganapati. Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. Now I take the privilege of inviting one such leader who has created leaders, Dr. T. Jyoti Basu, Dean Placement Training, SRM Group of Institutions, Ramapuram and Tiruchi campus, to felicitate the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, a very good morning to each one of you. When I accepted this, when I invited Radhika, I had three things in mind. She is also a MBA graduate, right? And she is the business leader. And the third one, she is the person who is instigating women empowerment. The event of this nature will give I'm going to touch upon three things when you conduct an event of this nature. One is networking. You get the opportunity to network with friends across colleges. The second thing is curiosity. You'll get the curiosity to learn new things. And the third one, building your profile. This is where you get the opportunity to build your profile, right? When you participate in business quizzes, best managers, when you come for campus placement, that will definitely add values for your profile. When I was a student, I attended more than 100 quizzes across India, right from Tata Crucible, Economic Times quizzes, and I attended business quizzes in IIMs, IITs. So that's where I started building my profile. Now I have seen more than 20,000 placements in my career in the last 12 years. But started my journey as a quizzer. So with these words, I would like to welcome each one of you for this wonderful event. I'll meet you in the business quiz event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking words. We have in our midst Mr. Naren Ganapati, guest of honor, proud alumni of SRM College of Management, Institute of Science and Technology, who passed out in the year 2010 to 2012. Mr. Naren Ganapati is a successful proprietor of Sri Ganapati Industries and SS Caterings. Mr. Naren is an engineering graduate in electrical and electronics engineering at Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. He has gathered 5 years of experience in Bajaj Finserv and 7+ years of experience in automotive special process coating industries. Mr. Narayan Ganapathy has been recognized for his achievements and has received 3 Splinter Awards and many felicitations. It's our privilege and honor to have you for this event, sir. I request you to address the gathering.
Morning, friends. Morning. Friends, let me say something. I'm not so comfortable in English right now. So, Tamil பேசலாம். Okay. So, now on the, I completed during 2012. I got a campus in I was a placement coordinator here. So, team circuit classmates I used to take them to the KTR campus. Placements. So, one fine day, I too got a placement in Bajaj Finserv. So, I got 5 years work on that. So, initially I started as a assistant manager over there. So, from there, time to time, grow area manager level. So, all this thing happened because I studied in SRM. So, I am very proud to be an SRM first of all. So, next, so after finishing, a dream. So, you have to start your business. You have to show who you are. So, at that time, it came for me. So, I started my own company. I do special process coating. So, I do it for automotive companies. Hyundai, Ford, around the sun. So, there are a lot of automotive companies. So, with the gathering in the administration skills, whatever I learned from here, that is applied in my entire life during these past 10 years. So, I especially thank SRM. So, because of SRM, I got so much of knowledge as well as exposure. And one vision I miss everyone is here to study, right? Documents, curriculum, whatever teacher says, you do it, right? So, one vision now miss the stage management totally avoid in the 2 years, which I want you guys to know about it. Stage fear, people address. So, everything you have to learn from here. This is a correct platform. Learn this will help you throughout your entire career. So, learn what you work, as well as interaction with your friends in the over days quiz programs. It's very, very 120, 160 plus students. I want each and everyone to be a part of these kind of quiz programs. And every quarter, events contact. But literally speaking, or 30%, 20% of the people are interact. So what I personally request you guys to do is 100% make sure that you spend your time in this kind of activities. This will help you in your next coming years. So this is what I want from you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words of inspiration. A leader is the one who is more participative than directive. I take pride in inviting one such leader, Dr. C. Sundar, the Dean of Management Studies, SRM Institute, to felicitate the gathering.
Distinguished chief guest of the day, Ms. Radhika Ravi Madam, National Head, Work Integrated Learning Program, WILP, Wipro Limited. A distinguished guest of honor and our prestigious alumni, Mr. Narayan Ganapathy, CEO of Ganapathy Industries, Chennai. Respected Dean Placement, Dr. Jyoti Basu, beloved Head of the Department, and Request 23 Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Ramanathan, and Student President, Ms. Priyanka. faculty members, my dear own students, and distinguished participants from various reputed organizations. So very happy morning to all present here. It's my immense pleasure and joy to be part of this Quest 2023 National Level Management Meet organized by the College of Management, SRM IST, Ramapuram campus. We are considering this management meet. It's not a management meet, it's a department or family function. So how we organize a family function in such a way, such a time, we will organize this particular program in College of Management, Ramapuram campus. So this is the program organized by the student. It is a 100% contribution done by our student community. So I extend my deep sense of appreciation to the student of MBA, so both first and second year. So by giving the round of applause, we'll extend our gratitude and thanks to the student. So I request the faculty also to give round of applause because so for the past 1 month, literally we are witnessing so what much of effort our student is taking. So already pointed out by the guest of honor. So 2 years course we are studying inside the classroom, how we are going to able to exhibit so that theoretical part into the practice. So this kind of opportunity will give to our own student. So whether this program, it's in a one-day event for you, you are coming and you are participating for this in a one day, but for our student, it's a kind of assignment, it's a kind of project. For the past 1.5 months, they are doing all kinds of management function, right from planning to organizing, and they are going for marketing or financing, or doing for PR role, or the media market, social media marketing. So whatever you list out in the management, so they are practicing. And today I'm very happy to see the each and every arrangement. So what they made, so making because this kind of arrangement, they are not informed us also earlier. So today they have shown the very surprise to all the faculty in College of Management. Such a kind of wonderful arrangement they made. So because after 2 years, so last we conducted 2020, Quest 2020. So due to pandemic, we could not able to make it as in a physical mode. So even though it's in a strict pandemic, the College of Management organized in a virtual. So after 2 years long, and we are going to witness a very grand manner of Quest 2023 National Level Management Meet. So today, I am also very happy to see that so more number of participants shown interest and registered in a different program for Quest 2023. So my personal appreciation and gratitude for the participants. So because all along you are coming from different places to reach out here for Ramapuram to participate, I hope and I assure that your stay inside the campus will be a fruitful one. So definitely it will be a very competitive in nature. So my best wishes for every one of the outside participants. So as a Dean College of Management, as a College of Management Ramapuram campus, so always we will work towards the student development. In all means 360-degree, we'll think and we'll execute how we can empower our student, how they can able to grab the opportunity. So whenever we are interacting with the HRs, the HR saying the HR department or HR professional, they will say one common word. So that is, it's very difficult to find the people. We have a number of vacancy, we have a number of jobs, but it's very difficult to find the right people. So that is a scenario. So as you all aware that India is a 1.4 billion population, but jobs are there. They are able to very difficult to find the right people. So that is the gap where identified in SRM IST, Ramapuram College of Management. Our placement conversion, our placement achievement is more than 85%. So now you can imagine that. So what type of effort we are taking to our own students to place. On an average conversion of placement is only of 30 to 40 in other. So we are touching of 85%. Even we are encouraging the entrepreneurship also. So one example is our own alumni is sitting there, 2012. So he's sitting in the audience. Now he's a hard work and due to his ambitious, so now we reached to the CEO level, and is also accompanying us so with a guest. So such kind of preference and consideration we'll give our own alumni. So alumni plays a very vital role. We already almost we believe so alumni is one of the asset for the department as well as the college. So always we'll have touch with the alumni, and so alumni also in turn contribute a lot to the department. So 20 to 25% of placement in our department will happening through the alumni network. So already Naren is pointed out his friends and he is doing achieved in a very highest ladder in the corporate sector, area manager. Even few of his friends, they are working as a DGM. So now whenever there is a vacancy arises, immediately they will call to me or HOD or faculty. So immediately we will send our student for the placement. So we are doing a hard work towards the student development. So the message I like to pass in this August gathering is only two things. So one thing is already we pointed out India is a 1.4 billion and one pride movement is a G20 presidency for the past September to next September. So India is going to lead the Group 20. You know that Group 20 is an all developed country. So India is going to lead all the leaders of the developed country, and we are going to sort out a lot of policies, measures, and programs. It's a pride movement for each and every individual or every citizen of India. So this kind of message we should take. I request you to go to visit the website of G20 and what are the policies and what kind of development the country is planning and what type of opportunity or what type of exploration they are going to see. So with this type of G20. So that in this pride movement, so I like to pass one message. The message is, so now how we can able to, India still it's in a developing country, how we can able to make it as a developed one. Still all the policymakers and all the people we are talking about, so even small country, Singapore, it achieved its in a developed country status, and all other even below the population and below the as a resource country, they are achieved the developed nation, but still India is a huge populated and we have very good as resource, but still we are moving towards the developing and developed nation. So one thing is, so we have to do our role perfectly, and so it's not in a matter. So we have to do the service to the humanity or service to the society. If you do your role perfectly, it's a kind of service we extended to the society. The role in the sense, the role of student. So what is the role of student? You have to read and you have to succeed in your examination. So that role you have to do in a perfect way. A role of your son or daughter. So we have to, what type of contribution we have to do our family, to our parents, to our brothers or to our relative. In such a way, if we perform the role, it's a kind of service to the society and it's a role of audience. So now you are sitting inside that a program. So now that lot of guests, they are going to share the valuable insight and valuable. So as the audience, what is your role? Just for half an hour or 45 minutes, you have to listen. So what type of information they are going to share. So at least 10% of information, it will be useful for you. So definitely it will be helpful. So this is the role. Now you are in the audience role. So what extent, what perfectly we can make the audience role, you have to do it. Or as a passenger, you are traveling or you are driving. So you have to make it what type of a thing. So lane follow or what is the rules and traffic rules and regulation. If you follow this kind of thing, your role will be perfect. It is also a kind of service to the society. It is not you have to go voluntarily to the any NGOs or any other orphanage to do the. If you perform your role, whatever the role, as a passenger you are traveling, so what is expected, you have to perform. As a driver or driving in a vehicle, so what is, how extent we can do, so without troubling others or without doing any nuisance to others, it's a kind of service to the humanity. But in India, we are missing on that. So we are not in a position to perform our role perfectly, so that lot of other things are happening. So whenever we are addressing this kind of gathering, because you are the professionally matured group, you are in the part of a management department. It's not other courses. As a management, you are going to achieve very good position in the top ladder. You are going to manage a lot of engineers. You are going to manage, if you appoint in a hospital, you are going to manage your professional doctors. You are going to manage your pilots if you appoint as a management trainee in any other airline industry, you are going to manage all the professionals as a management. So we are one step ahead of all the professionals. In that way, we have to develop ourselves. So what kind of attitude and what kind of role, so we have to perform. So as a friends, this is a whenever there is an opportunity arises, so we like to extend and we like to convey this message to the audience community. So see that as a son and daughter, so what type of role you have to perform to our parents. So that you have to make it. So once if you do, definitely we'll get the God's blessings. So everything, even the negative will change into positive, and whatever the activity, whatever the act we are going to take up, so definitely we will achieve the success. So this is the one message I like to convey. The next message is the technological disruption is happening. You know that it's a lot of new technology is coming in and a lot of disruption is happening in the business sector. So even in the pandemic, the fintech company, all new young people, they started up in the fintech. So initially in the bank, usually all the bank, for example, a banking transaction, usually we'll go to the bank. Once the ATM is coming in, we are not going inside the bank, we are going to ATM, and the footfall of bank is drastically come down. So after the UPI, Unified Payment Interface, like Google Pay or Paytm, so now going to the ATM, it's somewhat reduced. Most of the people we are using with the help of smartphone, we are doing all kinds of payment with that, this kind of UPI. So this kind of technological advancement is happening. So now if we inquire the bank employee, now there is no business inside the bank. So now our job is somewhat reduced and there is no recruitment inside the banking. So now most of the banking, they are recruit not for commerce graduate, they are recruiting for technical graduate or technology graduate. Such kind of transition is happening as a management. So how we can able to upgrade and do the things in the sense. So now that analytics is a great demand, immediately we have to register some kind of online program or online courses. We have to develop our skill according to the what the environment requires and what is the ecosystem is requires. So now our student will insist. So parallelly, not only for MBA degree, 2 lakhs and 2.5 lakh graduates, they are coming out each and every year for as an MBA degree, so MBA certificate. As a company, they are coming in. So if they call for the major requirement is an MBA, so for one particular job, probably 10,000 people will apply. So how they are going to differentiate? The only one thing is, so what type of value addition you are going to show in your profile. So that creates the difference. That creates a good impression. The people will come and give preference. They will select you. So I request each every one of you. So you have to create such kind of value addition in your profile so that you can impress and you can make it. Either you are going for employment or you will start your own industry, whatever it is, but what type of value addition. So this is a program. As a participant, what type of value addition you can give. As a competitor, as a participant, so what type of value addition? Other people, if we call for a corporate role or if we call for a business manager, how we are going to differentiate with others and what type of value addition you are going to show in that particular spot, it will impress the audience or the judge so that you can able to get very high or success ratio is high. So we don't know what type of job will emerge for the next 2 years or 3 years, doesn't matter. The only thing is the mindset and attitude. So whatever the challenges is coming in, whatever the technology will changes, so what kind of upgradation, so our mindset and attitude still continuously will learn and will cope up and will convert all the challenges into an opportunity and we have to move forward. So we have to take each and every challenge as an opportunity, we have to move forward. So that is the one thing. So in the West or all other European country, they will do this kind of process. So they will do each and every minute process, they will do the value addition. So that is a way where they are far ahead. And here we are doing the repetitive work and the routine work. Still we are in the same position. Still we could not able to make it any kind of achievement compared to the other developed nation. So with this, we are also eagerly waiting of your participation in this. Once again, I am very much happy to see the organizing by our student and the way they done right from morning to till date. They have different plans, and I hope again my best wishes to our student community. So today we have our own guest, Ms. Radhika Ravi Madam. She's national head across all India. She is in charge for work integrated learning program. So there is a new concept by the Wipro. Ma'am will explain about this is a lot of advantage, and she's in charge of the entire recruitment process through WLIP. So if the Wipro is giving a job, they are also sponsoring the candidate to upgrade or to enroll themselves for higher studies. So the twinning happening in the Wipro. So a lot of positivity. It's a kind of community service. This is the program. It's not by giving of job as well as the additional degree, a chance for pursuing higher degree. It's a kind of community service. It's a kind of national development. It's not only by the policy of the scheme of Wipro, but they are indirectly they are doing the development of the nation because they are creating a good resource. They are converting or they are making the resource in a critical resource. So lastly, by giving a round of applause, we'll congratulate and we wish Radhika Ravi ma'am to continue with this process of national development for doing this kind of service to the community and society. So we are also eager to associate with Wipro in this. So we have very good student community as well as the faculty community. If any opportunity arises, we'll work together and making of India is in a developed nation at the earliest. So I thank the organizer, especially the HOD and Dr. Ramanathan and the team of faculty and the student conveners and participants and volunteers. Even volunteers, literally, you are going to see our volunteers. They are moving in and around, and they are not now. They are not think themselves as a student. So now they are perceive themselves as a volunteer. They do all kinds of jobs to make this kind of program as a success. And your stay, the participants, your stay today with the SRM Ramapuram College of Management will be a happiest one and a fruitful one. So thank you one and all. My best wishes to all. Thank you.
Sorry for the technical issue, but we have another video for our other guest as well. So, Amy, please.
Thank you. It is a privilege and honor to have the chief guest and the guest of honor with us. Let me take this as an opportunity to welcome and introduce the chief guest of this event, Ms. Radhika Ravi. Ms. Radhika Ravi is currently the National Head of Work Integrated Learning Program, Wipro. In her previous role at Amazon, Ms. Radhika spearheaded the diversity charter for the campus recruitment team as the diversity program manager handling 14 countries in Asia Pacific. Prior to that, Ms. Radhika has held multiple HR roles with Tata Consultancy Services across campus recruitment, talent engagement, design thinking, and resource management. In her last role with TCS, Ms. Radhika was the campus head for Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry region across both technical and management hiring. Ms. Radhika is the winner of Young HR Manager Award in 2017 by Confederation of India Industry and HR Honorary Award for recruitment by the RISE Global Summit in 2019. She has also been conferred by the Special Jury Award of Outstanding Women Manager by Madras Management Association in 2022. Ms. Radhika has completed her MBA in HR from SSN School of Management. She is an avid traveler, instrumentalist, and a photographer by passion. We are much delighted to have you here, ma'am. May I invite you to address the gathering?
Hi, everybody. A very good morning. Ekala. Sattama. All right. So thank you so much to the SRM management, SRM Fisheries management for having me here for the Quest management meet today. So I also understand this is the 14th consecutive year the Quest management national level meet is happening, and I think most of you sitting here will be from different MBA institutes in Tamil Nadu, in and across Tamil Nadu. So this reminds me of my MBA days when I was doing my MBA at SSN. So there was a team, and our team was known for doing this AdsApp. So how many of you know what AdsApp is? Okay. So I think AdsApp is they will give a product and we need to do advertisement for the product. So we used to get a lot of ODs. I still remember standing outside the HOD's office, getting permission for ODs. And I think we were a group of 6, and I think we had the lowest attendance, highest OD. But one thing is, wherever we go, we ensure that we grab the AdsApp thing. So I think this, I am reminiscing my old memories in terms of me attending the symposiums, management meets, etc. So I think on that note, as Sir was mentioning, kudos to the team behind, because organizing an event, being in the HR, I know how difficult it is. So can we give a round of applause to the student team for doing this excellent meetup? So thank you so much, the student coordinator team, for conducting this meet. So on this note, I'll tell you a couple of skills that are required from a student in terms of how to become a successful professional, right? So this will be very practical things which had worked out for me. So I've been in the HR for like last 12 years, and I've been in different HR functions, different HR domains. I understand people who are sitting here will be from HR, will be from marketing, will be from finance. So you'll be having different aspirations, but the skills that I'm telling you now are the skills that you would require irrespective of whichever industry you're going to join. So the first and foremost skill that is very, very important as a student, probably if in case your sir was telling, if you go join different domains, you need to manage people. And we all know this, the most difficult thing to do, we can manage machines, we can manage other things, but managing people with different personalities is the most difficult thing. And all of you are sitting here, at some point in your life, your job is about managing people, managing processes, right? So what skills are required for you to be a successful MBA professional? So first and foremost thing that all of you have to have is agility. How many of you have heard this terminology, agility? Very few hands. Okay. So agility is the most happening word in today's era. So agility is nothing but how quickly an individual is adapting to change in the environment. So if in case you want to be a successful professional, There is no other way. You will have to be agile. You will have to keep changing yourself to the environment to be successful, right? And all of you might have heard about ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is something which is going to do a complete revolution in terms of what and how the industry is performing now. And I would want to quote one of the professors from IIT who had told that he's having 10 PhD students under him who were spending about 6 months to write a 10-liner code. And he says ChatGPT created the code in 10 seconds. So you can imagine what is the future world that we are going to live in. And you need to expand your knowledge, you need to expand your capabilities and competencies in such a way that you are equipped to face such competitive environment out there. So future which is ahead of us is much, much bigger. And I think people who will be successful, especially in the management category of students, is that people who envision, who have a bigger and wider vision of looking at things. So it is not about the process that is currently there. It is about the technology. It is about the processes that you will be foreseeing in the next 10, 20 years, right? So I think all of you are completing management now. You, irrespective of whatever domain you choose, whether you decide to become an entrepreneur like your alumni Naren, who's sitting here, who's a successful entrepreneur today. So probably if in case you're choosing to join a firm and probably work there for 20, 30 years and then begin your entrepreneur career, or if in case you decide to completely choose a different domain altogether, I'm seeing students of SRM who are having cameras in their hands and taking photographs. So probably if in case you're choosing to start your own photography company, why not? But at the end of the day, agility is one skill or one trait that is non-negotiable. Everybody sitting in this hall have to be agile. Quickly, you need to adapt to changes. You don't have a choice here, right? Second skill that you all need to have is learnability, right? Learnability is very, very important. And the famous quote says, in this current century, an illiterate is not someone who do not know how to read or write. An illiterate is someone who do not know how to unlearn and relearn. So unlearning and relearning is going to be the mantra going forward, because we have been conditioned so far for the past 20 to 23 years. When I'm talking about you, you guys would have been conditioned in such a way that, okay, this is the way things have to be done, right? So there are a lot of things that we need to break and come out. I'm not talking about the way of living. I'm talking about the way in which you're going to work, the environment that you're going to put forth in terms of professional work environment. So all of it is going to be new to you, irrespective of domain. You might get into a team where the manager can be super crazy. Trust me, you will see people who are like super crazy, who you cannot judge. Okay, what a personality he is. I'm not able to understand. But still, you need to work under him or her and you need to prove yourself. Your teammates might be completely crazy. Touch wood, most of them are good, but there are people who are crazy, who probably think in a different perspective. You cannot say that I don't like him or her, I cannot work. At the end of the day, you work for the organization, you all run towards the common goal. Irrespective of whatever personalities you work with, you don't have a choice. When you go to a company, you meet a lot of people, you meet different people. So second most important thing, what I would say is learnability. So learn to break the barriers, learn to break the bias in the environment so far you've been raised. That will give you probably a knack towards getting things done, right? So if in case there are places where you need to go down, get things done, nothing wrong in going down, getting things done, right? So there are people where you need to be strict to your teammates and get things done. You need to be doing that. And there are few people who might expect a completely different personality out of you. You don't have a choice. You cannot say that, no, I'm an introvert, I cannot go talk to clients. When there is a job that is given to you, irrespective of you being an introvert, extrovert, they don't give a damn. So for them, the task has to be done. You will have to be going and doing that, right? So I think these kind of symposium, this kind of setup, which is exactly a simulation of what a real-time environment will be. I was listening to Sir talking about the different competitions that we have today, right? The Best Manager Award, etc. So these kind of competitions, utilize it in a best way, because you're exactly simulating what we are currently in, right? So the corporate setup, whatever skills that is required, these competitions are the building blocks. So take it up seriously, even if in case you're concentrating 60-70% in your academics, because as I told you, I was a defaulter. So That doesn't mean that you should not attend classes. Every time you need to go meet, attend symposium. I'm not saying that, but I think you should know how to derive value out of all these symposiums, all these sessions, all these webinars that you're attending, right? Take the essence out of it and make the best use of it in your real life. So third thing that I want to say is collaboration and networking. How many of you sitting here have a LinkedIn profile? How many of you have an Instagram profile? Almost full house, right? So I think most important thing is, especially when you're building your professional career, having a LinkedIn profile is the key. I think it's by default. All of you should have a LinkedIn profile. If you do not have a profile today, that's still fine. Go ahead and create a profile and at least spend an hour in a week. It is not a too much ask because every day we spend about 2-3 hours just scrolling at Instagram, Reels, etc. Right? So just spend 1 hour a week in creating a LinkedIn profile. You will get a lot of contacts, professional contacts. And erstwhile, what was helping you to entertain yourself is Facebook, Instagram. Going forward, I think LinkedIn is something which you should all lean on to. In case you would want to become a successful professional, I would suggest make best use of LinkedIn, because I personally can give an example. During the COVID time, during 2018, I think I shifted job. I was working with TCS and then I moved to Amazon. This opportunity came in LinkedIn. One fine day, a recruiter pinged me. She asked whether I was interested. So that's how I applied. So LinkedIn is a very serious platform, highly value-driven platform if you know how to utilize it, right? So I think that is something which will be very, very important skill. So all these three skill sets, agility, learnability, collaboration, and networking, is going to be the key, irrespective of whichever domain you choose to work, irrespective of you choose to work in an organization, or if in case you are going to start up your own firm. This three skill set is going to be a mantra. So on that note, I would just end it up with a small story. The small story is not about a big personality that I saw. A very humble flower wonder. We fondly called her as Umaka. So during the COVID time, initial COVID time, we live in an apartment. So you all know that vendors were not allowed to come inside the apartments, right? We had the strict restriction. So this flower vendor is just a 7th standard. So during the COVID time, she wasn't allowed inside the apartment. So she wasn't one of the crowd wherein cribbing about, okay, they are not going to let me in. I'm not going to do this business. Let me find an alternate. So what Umaka did was she quickly downloaded the GPay app. She quickly downloaded the WhatsApp app. So who helped her, how she was getting it done is a different story. But I think 7th standard Umaka bought a smartphone in second hand. She installed WhatsApp. So we had this restriction of money transactions also. So whenever she used to come down, she used to put it in our flower. She formed a flower vendor group. So whenever she comes, she put a message stating, I'm down. I'm waiting down, right? And then we used to place our orders. And when we go down, everything will be neatly packed in covers and kept. And for all the money transactions, we paid her in Google Pay and Phone Pay. And when I was just checking with Umaka business eppadi podhu. So she was telling, illama munadi vida nallave poitirukku easy ah irukku. So from the skills that we need to learn from Umaka are exactly the skills that I told you. So Umaka was very, very agile in terms of changing to the environment. When things were changing, when things were not working out, Umaka didn't sit and crib. Okay, I'm not going to do my mistakes because they're not going to allow me instead. No. So instead, she quickly changed to the environment. She is just 7th standard, guys, believe me. But the agility that she showed during that point of time was phenomenal. So I don't think so. We should get examples from IITs, IIMs. Every day we see people who display these three skill sets. And Umaka was able to form the WhatsApp group because she was very good in networking. She just didn't come in self-lovers. She used to inquire. So this created a bond. So irrespective of whatever roles you play, so clearly you understand how she utilized all these skill sets. She was agile. She was collaborative. She was using the technology. She was adaptive. And she learned it quickly. And whatever she was not able to do, she quickly learned, right? So I think Umaka is a classic example who displayed all these skill sets. And I'm not going to talk about big personalities here. To me, Umaka, the flower vendor, was displaying this exemplary personality traits that I personally learned. I think I will end the speech by saying that this world is big. as Arulmari sir mentioned, the opportunities are huge, even though we are feared by this terminology called as layoffs, people losing jobs, terminations happening. But trust me, in one side, there are opportunities that are growing, and people who are with right competency, right potential are ready to grab it. So it is a wave, right? It will go up and down, it will go up and down. But what my bit of advice to you is create a brand for yourself, and you should be your own brand ambassador. And I don't personally believe in putting company names in the LinkedIn profile. So your name should be your brand. So work for it. I think you're in the early career, you're in your early MBA, first year, second year MBA. But I think going forward, make it a point that you create a brand for yourself, and the learning that you have, irrespective of today's competition or in the coming days, make best use of it, and wherever possible, try to learn these 3 skills, which had worked for me, which might as well work for you. And on that note, wishing the Quest team all the best. I hope all of you who have come for the event from other colleges will have a very fruitful, knowledgeable, value-driven day today. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your words of inspiration. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude. With these words, let me invite Ms. Priyanka, the President, Department of MBA, deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Gratitude is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. And I'm extremely delighted and honored with the opportunity to share my feelings through a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I, on behalf of College of Management, convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to our guest, Ms. Radhika, National Head, Work Integrated Learning Programs, Wipro, for gracing the occasion with her presence. So, ma'am, your words were very valuable, and I'm sure that people will take it to their heart. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our own alumnus, Mr. Naren Ganapathy, Managing Director, Sri Ganapathy Industries, for showing his support through his presence. We really feel proud having you here, sir. Thank you. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our Dean, Dr. C. Sundar, for giving us such a big space to innovate and bring in a lot of new ideas into this Quest 23, a national level management meet, a flagship program of College of Management, SRM IST Ramapuram. Your guidance was indeed a value add to the success of the event, sir. Thank you so much. My special thanks to Mr. Jyoti Basu, sir, Dean Placements, for his gracious presence. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank our HOD, Dr. R. Arulmari, for his support throughout the planning and execution phase of the event. Whenever I address him on stage, I call him our pillar of strength. And I'm telling it again, he is and he'll remain our pillar of strength. Your support and presence for the past 3 months had brought us here, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank our beloved professor and convener of the event, Dr. S. Ramanathan, for his constant help and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. We will ever remain grateful to you, sir, for giving us this memory and experience. Thank you. I'm very thankful to all our faculty members for giving us suggestions, spending their valuable time, and extending their support since the beginning of the planning. Thank you so much, ma'am and sirs. At this juncture, I would also like to thank our student volunteers. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated students committee and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of the tasks beyond their comfort zones. I would like to mention names of my colleagues, my brothers, without whom this would have not happened. The student's chairperson, Mr. Trilokshan, and finance director, Mr. Ramannath. I don't even know if they are here, but I wanted them to hear this. I would like to mention few other names because they have really worked hard for this. And those are Ms. Raksha, Shyam, Anita, and also Harishmita. And a special mention to Seshadri as well. But I take this mention as the recognition that I'm giving you guys because I couldn't find any other better place to give you this recognition. Thank you so much for helping me by being my side and contributing for Quest 23. Sorry if I have missed a few. I'm very much thankful to our sponsors as well. It would have been impossible to organize it without their support. Thanks to all the participants gathered here. On behalf of College of Management, SRM IST Ramapuram, convey our thanks to all the respective colleges for supporting us by sending you all the way across till here. I would like to guarantee you a wonderful time being here at SRM IST Ramapuram. Once again, I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence. Finally, thanks to all of you here for making this event successful. I hope you will have a wonderful time here. Thank you. Participants, please be seated. There is some more announcements. Participants and volunteers, please be seated. Dear participants from various colleges, your attention please. Participants in business quiz, go to High Tech Hall near TRP Auditorium. Participants in corporate work, stay here. Participants in IPL auction, go to Gallery Hall, 5th floor. Participants in creator, go to the Gallery Hall, 1st floor. Participants in Shark Tank, go for TRP Auditorium, High Tech Hall. Participants in Best Manager, go to PG block. Students, I repeat again. Participants in business quiz, go to High Tech Hall near TRP Auditorium. Participants in corporate work, stay here. Participants in IPL auction, go to Gallery Hall. Participants in creator, go to Gallery Hall, 1st floor. Participants in Shark Tank, go for TRP Auditorium. Participants in Best Manager, go for PG block. Thank you all. Have a great day.